Or we gotta do a warm-up dance. I'm just burning, doing the neutron dance. Okay. Hey, all you crostinis or croutons out there. Welcome to another exciting episode of Two Chefs.
One knife.
And a big-ass peppermill.
It's compensating for something.
Spice for life.
Spice up your life.
I'm Chef MPH.
I'm Chef Grace.
We're doing, is it bruschetta or bruschetta? I feel it's the Canadian way is bruschetta, but the traditional European way is bruschetta. It sounds way better.
It does. It's European. Whatever.
No, European.
Oh, damn. Why do I keep doing that?
I do apologize if you are hearing some noise in the background. We are in a real working kitchen here, and apparently ice needs to be made 24 hours a day. So it's literally what? 4 or 5 basic ingredients? Not that hard.
That's what she said.
That's gross, Grace. So in this recipe, we are going to use delightfully sweet, fine ripened tomatoes. It's like a lucky 8 ball, but it's 3 balls. Is this going to be delicious?
Try again later.
The future is uncertain. Traditionally, when you want, not traditionally, I don't even know if that's traditionally. In my opinion, when you're eating bruschetta, we do not want all those watery seeds in the middle. It just kind of waters it down. You want that flavor to be all the meaty flesh outside. Don't even go there, Grace. But that's where the good flavor is. But you can always save all the seeds in the inside for stocks, soups, sauces, whatever you want to do. So we're gonna just cut the tomatoes in half, cutting down towards the core, because we're hardcore like that. Because if you're not hardcore. So we are now going to go like this. Let me show you a little neat trick here. So instead of cutting all the way down, you're gonna do what's called the butterfly cut. Kind of go all the way down right to the flesh, just like that. So now what you do, you just push the skin open.
That's gross, Grace.
That's gross, Grace. Put your knife on the bottom, and then you're skimming the top of the surface right to where the cores are, and then you just cut down and you take the cores off at the exact same time. So you're not even that. So there you go. Now you're just left with some nice fleshy tomatoes. Tomatoes. You say tomato, I say tomato. You like potato, I like potato. Tomato, potato, tomato. Something. Let's not call the whole thing up. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do all of them exactly the same method. You really get faster doing this when you're obviously in the culinary industry and you work those wonderful omelet stations on buffets and stuff like that. So you get to learn how to all these little tricks of cutting to speed things up, so you're not there all day long having the chef yell at you, "Put it down! What are you doing, you donkey?" So from this point here, we are going to take the tomato. And also because we now left them in these big strips instead of individual, we can just go right across, do our strips, go back across, get our small dice. I actually, unless you have like a ridiculously sharp laser cutting knife, I always find it easier to cut with the skin side up, just because it's
Skin side down.
Skin side down! That's what I meant. Do as I do, not as I say. So there you go. I'm just going to continue chopping this up, just like so. Wait for you to come. That's what she said.
That's gross, Grace.
That's gross, Grace. All right, I'm putting the tomatoes in the bowl, just like so. We got some Tommies in a bowl. What do you got going on there now?
I am going to dice the onion.
Slice it, chop. I'll clean the garlic while you do that.
Okay, yeah.
You want the onion dice to be the same as the tomato, if not smaller, because nobody wants that big bite of raw onion on bruschetta, because basically bruschetta, everything is raw, nothing is cooked. It's like a fresh tomato salad. Salad.
Oh, my eyes are watering.
Don't be sad, Grace. Don't be sad, chef.
Too late.
That's a huge clove of garlic. Look at that. Fun food fact. The best way to get actually the skin off the garlic is to actually put it on your board with the skin on, give it a little push with your knife, squish it, and there you go. See, it pops right off, just like that. And then garlic is cleaned for our crostinis for after. And then you're gonna do some basil.
Yeah. What you want to do is layer all the leaves together, and then you're gonna roll it up.
It looks like you've done that before, chef.
I have. And with a very sharp knife, you're gonna gently do a rocking motion and do little thin strips. This is called chiffonade.
That's a wonderful looking chiffonade there. What is the purpose for that cut again? I'll answer the question. The purpose of that cut is, for one, You roll it all together because it makes it easier than trying to chop all these loose leaves. And by only going over the basil one time, one motion, we are not
bruising.
Adrian. It's basil. It's gotta be tender. It's sweet. It can't be bruised. It's sweet. Sweet basil. Okay, so tomatoes, onions. Hit it with some basil. Hit me with your best basil. Drop it away. Oh, that was that. Oh.
I hate that guy.
That
anyway.
guy. Douche.
He's annoying.
We're gonna need some cheese in there, and for traditional bruschetta Parmesan. So we actually got a very nice shaved.
Just like my legs.
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't shave my legs.
So so it is a little big for some of our toast. So what we're gonna do on the inside, we're gonna give it a little bit of a crumble, tiny bit more. We're gonna hit that with a little bit of S&P. S&P, in case you don't know what that stands for.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper here. Salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil. You just want to give it a little bit of shine, a little bit of that olivey, earthy flavor.
That sheen.
And we don't mean Charlie Sheen. Is that what you're trying to set me up with? Nailed it. Wow, that looks delightful. I think we can use a little more pepper though. Give us some cranks. Turn that knob.
That's gross, Grace.
That's gross, Grace.
Ah.
So are you thinking it's better with bruschetta?
Sure.
I guess we got to make some crostinis.
Yeah, we do.
Are you grilling when I'm killing?
I'm killing what you're grilling.
Chef is going to cut some crostinis. I am going to dangerously put my fingers by her knife because I have full trust in her knife skills that I'm not going to lose a finger.
Sure.
So we're gonna hit them with a little bit of oil now too, because what are we gonna do with these bad boys?
We're gonna toast them up on a pan.
Toast it up. Are we gonna hit them with a little S&P also?
Always season every element of your dish.
Sometimes Chef Grace is a little flat, and I like to season her too.
Sick.
All right, so just to make sure we're gonna get a nice little even color on these crostinis, we're gonna add just a little bit more of that oil to the pan, and then we're gonna take our crostinis, and we're gonna just start toasting. Extreme close-up. Whoa!
And can you bake the bread if you felt like it?
That's a very subtle way of telling me, yes, you can, Chef Grace. We can bake the bread in the oven. I feel if you're going like, 10 to 12 crostinis, fry pan works, Why do the hassle? But large production, if you're doing 2, 3, 500 of these things, what you do is you line them up on a big sheet pan. See, in the kitchen, we use these things. And when you're not busy in the kitchen, fantastic toboggan. But anyways, yeah. Line them up, oil them all, salt, pepper like we did. Right in an oven, 350 degrees, 12 minutes, you should be good to go. So there we go. We're gonna take a look at one. Oh yeah, getting nice and colorful on the end. Now, because we didn't add oil on the on this side of these ones yet, so we are gonna give it a little shot before we toss them over. La la la, just like so. Hit it with a little more salt and pepper on this side. You could also, if you wanted to go that extra mile, you could also use a little bit of dry herbs on here, like a little bit of oregano, some thyme. If you want to just, add a few more flavors. But you don't want to add a lot because you still want that basil flavor to come out in the salad on the top. So look at that, there we go. Nice crostinis here.
Also, use tongs for this.
Sorry, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't feel pain. No, I'm kidding. I do feel pain in my heart.
I don't.
I went to the dentist one time, and the dentist was like, any sensitivity? I said, in my teeth or in my feelings?
In your butthole.
That's gross, Grace. And there we go. I did want to say, in this recipe, we did go with a baguette. But you could also use, what else? Focaccia would be delicious.
Whatever bread you have.
Whatever you got.
You can even use the white Wonder Bread if you really have to.
Why not? Cut the crust off, make it some funky shapes, triangles, squares, trapezoids. What is a trapezoid?
This.
No trapezoids! So we got that fresh garlic that we peeled. We're gonna do it together. We can split it. This is teamwork at its finest here.
Yes.
So we're gonna take our crostinis. So as they've toasted up a little bit, they've gotten a little hard, almost like they'd be like a sandpaper, right, with the garlic. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the garlic that you've already peeled and squished, and you're gonna come close as I can stretch. Not that far. I'll come close.
That's what she said.
That's gross, great. So yeah, you're gonna take the crostini just like this, and you're gonna take that garlic, and you're just gonna rub it on there. It's more like a dry rub. You can hear it, look. Crostinis are all been garlicatized.
Sure.
So I'm gonna lay them on Chef Grace's board. All right, what's the next step?
We can build it. You want to be generous with this tomato topping. There we go, as Chef NPH always says.
There we go.
And there we go.
So now we're gonna transfer them from the cutting board, from the workstation, to the presentation station. Never be afraid, throw some more cheese on there. Unless your friends are lactose intolerant, then sucks to suck. Chef Grace chopped up a little bit more of that basil. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that on top. And then we're gonna give it a little bit more shine again with the olive oil just on top like this. A little bit more cracked pepper on the top. A little bit more of that sea salt. I think we can call that a finished dish. What do you think?
I think it's a finished dish.
Boom.
Ooh.
That is your traditional classic bruschetta.
Hey, Tony Maselli.
But I think if you're feeling a little extra Italian that day when you make that, should we go there?
See.
Let's do it. Balsamic reduction. We're gonna take the balsamic. Oh.
Ooh, that looks so good.
It's all about the zigzag. Just like that. We went there.
Ooh.
There's no turning back now. And now, our favorite part of the show, the taster. Things
That
it's like,
looks so freaking good.
that's what she said.
That's gross, Grace.
Why are we whispering? All right, ready?
Already.
Christine, cheers.
Ding.
Ding. Mm. Did we just go to Italy? You're so Italian, you just grew a mustache.
It was there all along.
Well, Chef Grace, has the jury made their verdict?
Yes, guilty.
Guilty for being delicious. Nailed it. Hope you had as much fun as I did.
Sure.
Apparently I have a lot more fun than she does.
Thanks for watching.
See y'all next time. It's all about the bloopers. We're like super bloopers.
Super
bloopers, laughs are gonna find you. All right, ready?
Ready.
Sure.
Sure.
Arnold Schwarzenegger breastfeeding. Mama, where are you? Where's your boob? I'm hungry. Where are you? Mama, need my milk. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You take a layer from the middle and you put it on top.
You take a block from the bottom and you put it on top.
You can hear it, look.
We should do an ASMR for our channel. No!